Good morning. This class will talk about the book sell and writing your Peel paragraph. It's Wednesday morning, April 1, and welcome to your online classroom. This is day 1 of week 1 of your new online classroom. I'm in the studio of my Edmonton apartment. This is where I will be broadcasting from. This is also where I will host Google Meet sessions. And this is new for all of us, so we'll do our best to learn from our mistakes. Feel free to give me feedback, too long, too short, more of this, less of that, anything is welcome. The most important thing is that I want you to be ready for grade 8. So I'll do my best to have the right assignments for you to make you learn the English skills that you need. I will also do my best to make it enjoyable, and I expect you to do your best as much as you can. In a time of change, it's nice to have some familiar elements. I would like to keep the introduction to our online class similar as we did in room 1. To that end, I would like to reintroduce rants and raves. How this works is you can type out your rant and rave, email it to me, and I'll read out some of the highlights next lesson. In the news, I saw something interesting about pollution reduction when human activity comes to a halt in China. Perhaps it's interesting to also briefly look at where we are at with COVID-19. It looks like the USA is getting serious in this new clip from last night. Have a look.
As more of America's cities empty, residents ordered inside, field hospitals in many states going up fast, the number one question, how long?
This is going to be a rough 2-week period.
This map shows where the virus has spread in America. Widely, swiftly. Just look at the difference with Canada. The president's team repeated a grim projection. 100 to 240,000 may die.
We should be prepared for it. Is it going to be that much? I hope not. And I think the more we push on the mitigation, the less likelihood it would be that number.
So, 30-plus more days of physical distancing imperative. President Trump now embracing the gravity.
A lot of people have said, a lot of people have thought about it. Write it out. Don't do anything. Just write it out and think of it as the flu.
1 week ago, he did too.
36,000 deaths a year. People die, 36 from the flu. But we've never closed down the country for the flu.
Now it mostly is closed down. And that projection of over 100,000 deaths could be brought down, says the task force, if Americans stay home, if they embrace deserted streets like this in the U.S. Capitol for at least another month.
It's been a turbulent couple of weeks for Canada. Some people took to raiding grocery stores. There were literal food fights.
Food fight!
No, not like this. Not fights with food, fights over food, and fights over toilet paper. I had lots of toilet paper still at home, especially after being busy with a bread knife all morning, but I'm out of paper towels now. Anyways, I came across this video, a fight in a grocery store over toilet paper. And like I said, I have lots at home, and that's not only because of my handiwork with the bread knife, but also because I've been raised by post-World War II parents and grandparents. For the fourth winter of the war, it was known as the Hunger Winter in Holland. People dug up flower bulbs and roots for food. That's how desperate they were. And after they said, never again. And so my parents taught me to always have lots in stock. These turbulent times bring out people's insecurities, but they bring out the hero in others as well. I want you to pay special attention to the female store employee in the dark green polo at the end of this video, Look at how she is calming the angry lady down and speaking from her heart, while other people are trying to help in unproductive ways. In these trying times, it's important that we stick to the virtues of love, compassion, and patience. And that's why she gets my thumbs up in the new segment, Corona Hero of the Week. Have a look.
Alright, guys, I need everyone to back off right now. Stop. No. Yeah. Hold on. Take it away from there. Stop. You need to get off this trolley now.
Look what you're doing. Finding on the tissues. Think about what you're doing, yeah? You need to stop.
Adrian.
Right? There's a limit and there's people, yeah? It's unfair. You need to stop.
Call the police.
I'm calling the police.
This breakout doesn't surprise some. Here's a clip from 2015 in which Microsoft's Bill Gates warns us of just that. Why didn't we listen to his warning?
Today, the greatest risk of global catastrophe doesn't look like this. Instead, it looks like this. If anything kills over 10 million people in the next few decades, it's most likely to be a highly infectious virus rather than a war. Not missiles, but microbes. Now, part of the reason for this is that we have invested a huge amount in nuclear deterrence, but we've actually invested very little in a system to stop an epidemic. We're not ready for the next epidemic.
And now for something completely different. Trudeau. In the middle of all that COVID-19 media coverage, one man has stepped up into the role of father of the nation. Every day he speaks to Canadians from his house, Rideau Cottage. But also here we notice that not everything runs smoothly all the time.
Merci. Thank you. The next question is from David Ingram from Reuters, Ottawa. Please go ahead.
Yes. Good morning, Prime Minister. President Trump yesterday said he wants...
Sorry, David. I need you guys to raise the volume. I can't hear them.
Okay, sorry. Is that better?
Yes, that's better. Thank you, David.
Aside from all the political rhetoric, it's nice to see our Prime Minister show some non-censored honesty, albeit to the audio man. At least our Prime Minister is better at self-isolation than the leader of the neighbors to the south. This is a clip from 5 days ago. This is not, contrary to popular belief, 2 meters of social distancing.
Now, I'm going to sign this, and it's a great honor. $6.2 trillion. I've never signed anything with a T on it. I don't know if I can handle this one, Mitch. We can't chicken out at this point, can we? I don't think so, huh? All right, thank you all. Good, I wanted that to be a nice signature.
Trump signed off on the $2 trillion relief package for COVID-19. And at these signings, it's standing tradition that someone gets the pen this was signed with as memorabilia, the sense of the president touched it. In this time of Corona, you think Trump would skip this tradition, but oh no, not even that. He figures he has a lot of these pens, and what better to do with it than to...
Come on, fellas, come on over here. Elaine, what a job she's doing with transportation. How's transportation, okay?
You always talk about the supply chain.
I do.
It's really important.
I do.
This bill is going to help the supply chain and the workers.
Thank you very much. Anthony? Thank you. Thanks, Tony, very much. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. Appreciate it. Bob Lighthizer, thank you very much. Bob was a little less involved in this. He's too busy making trade deals. Okay? Do you have one? Well, you definitely have to have one. Go ahead. You're all set. Thank you, everybody.
Our class wouldn't be the same without a daily dose of internet.
Hello everyone, this is your daily dose of internet. These cats all woke up at the same time because they felt an earthquake that was about to hit. There's nothing more fun than playing with your dog. Here's a dog that's afraid of the ocean. How would you like to eat at a restaurant like this? Don't you hate it when you're gaming and this happens to you? Don't forget to wash your hands thoroughly during these difficult times.
Nice. Even he flips up. Yeah, he's going to flip.
This bald eagle was able to protect its eggs from a snowstorm that completely buried it. That's the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Later.
And now over to more serious matters. I am reading The Plague by Albert Camus. It's written in 1947. It's a book about a town that is struck by the plague. People start to get sick, the gates of the town close, and people's lives change drastically. It's a story that parallels our own situation. In a future episode, I will give a brief book talk about this. In the weeks leading up to spring break, you were reading the book for your book talk. At least, if you were proactive, you did so. We are going ahead with the book talks, or book cells, as we've been calling them. You will prepare your book cell and your slides in the way that it's outlined in the assignment. Your presentation will be a video. You can do this in one of two ways. One, you film yourself with the slides in the background on a TV or a computer screen. Or two, you present your slides by talking over your slides, and I just hear your voice. You will share your presentation only with me. In the upcoming weeks, I will spend some time on explaining how to talk over your slides. If some of you have suggestions in this regard and you want me to know about them, please email me. If you don't have a book anymore, you may be able to find it online. There are a number of free places where you can find books. Two of them are mentioned in the comments of the book talk assignment, and that is Edmonton Public Library and a website through our school. Both use Overdrive to access online books. And now over to the Peel paragraph. Before spring break, I was planning to watch a movie with you, The Breadwinner. We won't do this anymore. You will still write a paragraph about a hero, but this time based on your own background knowledge, like movies you've watched at home with heroes in them, and there's lots of them, or articles we have read in class. You can find these articles that we've read in class under 8.4 in Google Classroom. You might remember that Peel is a way of organizing information in a paragraph. It's a handy little strategy that prevents you from rambling on and keeps you right on point. And just in case you don't quite remember, here's a quick review. Peel starts with a P, which is making a point, such as smoking is unhealthy. The first E in Peel stands for evidence, such as research has shown that smoking often leads to cancer. That's evidence. The second E stands for explain, such as lung cancer often results in severe coughing and early death. That's sort of an effect. That's the explanation. It's important that the two E's stay quite tightly within the boundaries of the point you've made. So you don't want to wander too far. The L links your Peel to the overall topic sentence of the paragraph, such as, these health facts nevertheless don't dissuade people from starting to smoke. Okay. You'll notice that my link suggests that the topic sentence talks about the larger idea of addiction. I could quite easily add a second Peel, more specific about addiction, for example, starting with the point, although we know smoking is bad, smoking is hard to stop because it is addicting. Then I would give an evidence and an explanation and so forth, and then do a third Peel, and then I'd have my paragraph, concluding sentence. So my task for you is twofold, and it can be found under 8.5 in Google Classroom. First, highlight the different Peel parts in a short paragraph that I posted about why cats are the best. When you're done, turn it in. We've already done something like this, so it should be pretty straightforward. Second, write a paragraph with 3 Peels about the worst pet to have. Please use the second document, which starts with a planning sheet, and in the space below it, you can write your paragraph. When you're done, please turn it in. If you want a different topic, I'm okay with that. Just write it in the top. I would like you to do these 2 tasks today. I'm estimating it'll take you about an hour. And now, lastly, for a few technicalities, a note about grading. You will receive formative feedback on your work, and although these videos take quite a bit of work to put together, my hope is that I will have more time to give you formative feedback through Google Classroom. This is a plus because we are doing this online. So when I've posted feedback, please type a little thank you to say, yes, I've read it. So then I know you are with me on the feedback that I give you. I have invited your parents to Google Classroom. They should have already received an email. I noticed that a good number of parents successfully accepted that invitation. If there are any issues, please email me. If you would like help with this assignment, I will post a Google Meet link, and I'm available today between noon and 1 o'clock. You can simply click on the link and join the session, ask me any questions, and also see how I am doing. And now, time for music. This is the last segment of this video. We are living in unprecedented times. Each generation experiences its own unique times with its own key moments. It appears that we are in such a time right now. I was in junior high when 9/11 happened. I was in the Netherlands at the time, and aside from 9/11, a prominent politician was shot in broad daylight. It was the first time that I was confronted with the fragility of life on Earth. Things could end. Today's COVID-19 pandemic perhaps brings a similar feeling as the busyness of daily life across the globe comes to a slow, grinding halt. Maybe you are having some of these feelings. The times, they are a-changin'. These are well-known words from Bob Dylan. He wrote this song in 1964, but his words rouse and warn us even today. Come, senators, congressmen, please heed the call. Don't stand in the doorway. Don't block up the hall. For he that gets hurt will be he who has stalled. There is a battle outside, and it is raging.
Come gather round, people, wherever you roll, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accept it that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, well then you'd better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone. For the times, they are a-changin'. And all you writers and critics who prophesize with your pens, yeah, well, keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin. And there's no telling who that it's naming, for the loser right now might be later to win. And the times, they are a-changin'. All you senators and congressmen, please heed the call. Don't you stand in your doorway, don't lock up your halls. For he who gets hurt will be he who has stalled. And that battle outside that's raging will soon be rattling your windows and shaking your walls. For the times, they are changing. Oh, you mothers and fathers from across the land, well, don't criticize what you can't understand, 'cause your sons and your daughters are beyond your command.
Till here and no further. Till next class.